very depleted. This is One Fat Boy, and I'm giving my NBA game predictions for January 2nd of 2022. Tonight there's 7 games. I'll be going over these spreads and over-unders. I got these spreads from FanDuel, and the over-unders are my thoughts on how the games will end up. For the Knicks at the Raptors, I'll be going with Toronto -7, as the Knicks are very depleted with their roster. And Toronto is not as depleted, as they have most of their players. They have more of their important players, while the Knicks don't have anyone right now. And they've been having a hard time trying to score the ball too, so Toronto doesn't even have to score that much to win by at least 7. So Toronto by 7. Also, that's why I'm going with the under 208.5, as Toronto should score in the low hundreds, but the Knicks aren't going to cross 100. There's no one there to score for them, so it's a very safe bet of under 208.5. For the Pacers at the Cavaliers, I'll be going with Indiana plus 3.5. After that close game with the Bulls, Indiana should be able to have another close game, as I do expect it to be a close game throughout, so hence why I'm leaning towards the plus. Like, say that if the Cavs are plus, I would have gone Cavs plus, but Indiana has the plus side of the spread, so I'll be going with them. I'll be going under 218.5, as the main facilitators for Cleveland is gone in Rubio, so harder to get those easy baskets. Gotta be a lot of shots you have to knock down over defenders rather than good crisp passes to an easy jump shot. And then the Pacers, kind of sporadic with their scoring. It's always like around 100, so under 218.5 is pretty safe. For the Magic at the Celtics, I'll be going with Boston -10.5. Boston's put together a good string of games the past week. They've been playing much better than the beginning of the season, as they want to solidify their spot in the Eastern Conference, try and move up the ranks so they're not teetering at a play-in position. And they should be able to roll over the Magic with the players that they have. They should be over 207.5, as the Celtics should be able to score at will against the Magic. So, the Magic, they're going to score 90-something, high 90s. But Celtics should come out with a win. Should come out with a strong first half, try and put them away early. Try and rest their players that they have, so they're not overextending them. For the Heat at the Kings, be leaning towards Miami -3. The Kings, they've been playing better of late, so I can almost go Kings +3, but I think Miami just better coached overall. So they should squeak out with a win, and they should win. It's still the Kings at the end of the day. It doesn't even matter that the Kings are playing well. That's just what an average team in the NBA, if the Kings are playing well, so nothing to write home about. But over 211.5, as I think the Kings will get hot for a quarter, put a little scare into the Heat, score more points, and they're playing to give up, and the Heat have to score more than that, so probably end up being like a 110-12 to like a 103-4 game, somewhere in there for the final score. For the Mavericks at the Thunder, I'll be leaning towards Dallas -7, as OKC is still depleted with their players, so it's a lot of random G Leaguers with some, I guess, NBA players, if you can call them that, as they're a shade up below NBA, but it is the Thunder. They've been struggling as of late, and the Mavericks, they might not have everyone there, but they at least have some people who've made some all-star teams, or at least we're in the discussion playing this game. So Dallas -7, and also Dallas needs wins to stay in the playoff race. So it's in that time frame where it's important to get all these wins where you can get them. Then I'm going to go under 219.5, as I don't know who's going to be scoring for the Thunder, and Kristaps Porzingis is going to have to score for the Mavericks. If we're going to win, but Mavericks are going to score like a crazy amount. They do play a somewhat slower pace, and they play some decent defense, so under 219.5. For the Suns at the Hornets, so Suns don't have an inside presence, but Charlotte just likes to shoot the ball on the outside a lot. But I still expect Phoenix to win, as Phoenix can defend on the outside, the perimeter, and that's a main focal point for the Charlotte's offense, so should be able to get a win against the Hornets, as the Suns do need a win currently, as they've had a rough patch of 4 games due to sickness and all that. I still do expect over 218.5, as Charlotte can attack the paint, get some easier baskets that way. Suns will probably be able to score at will against the Hornets, as the Hornets do not have to play the best defense in the world. So if you want to go over like higher 218, maybe like a 222, that's also possible for going over. As I do expect a lot of 3-pointers, so if you want to bet on like 3-pointers for the Suns, that's also a good bet to place. But yeah, over 218.5 and Phoenix winning, that seems pretty safe to me. For Minnesota at the Lakers, Minnesota's missing their 3 main players in Russell, Edwards, and Towns. I know Edwards is day-to-day, and one of them might play, but the way LeBron has been playing, he's playing like the GM, and he's been tearing it up, so no one's really going to slow him down on the Timberwolves. It's going to be a team effort by the Timberwolves, but who's left of their team? So I have to take Lakers -8, then over 215.5, as Lakers still don't play defense at the end of the day, but they've been putting up a lot of points as of late, so over 215.5 seems safer, as I expect like the over-under for this game will probably end up being around 222. So I'd be going over 215.5, just because LeBron is able to get more people involved and to score at will for himself. And then Timberwolves, I think, will keep it close in the first half, but Lakers will eventually pull away. Thank you for watching. Comment any of your ideas for the spreads, over-unders, or any player props to help others out who are watching. Then once again, thanks for watching.